Hey everyone, it's us without an intro.
Oh, damn it, I forgot the intro.
We're Hack The Dino, we're professionals, and this is our Gamingcast. I am Ben Rosenthal, and you'll have to excuse me, I just came back from surfing the World Wide Website. Boy, did I catch some tubular waves. But I'm not the only one here this evening. I'm joined by one of my co-hosts, the man who killed my father, Floppy Starrick. Now, Floppy,
Yes,
what was
mate.
it like when my father took his last breath?
Quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, no,
Just
quiet.
say anything about being, I don't know.
He did say, give
proud.
all my gaming stuff to Floppy.
Well, he didn't have any gaming stuff. He was a boring person.
Shit.
Did he, sort of mention anything about, being proud of his only son at all? Just throwing it out there.
Said something about a daughter.
Yeah, he's got two of them. Well, he had two, not anymore, because, dead. But here on the Gaming Cast, when we aren't killing parents, we're talking about video games. Hey, well, you did it. One person who hasn't killed any paternal-like figures is Anto. Anto, welcome back.
Hi, everyone. I would wave and be on camera, but I just realized that the video stream for my camera is broken again. So
Excellent.
I'm going to fix that in the background, and yeah, hope everyone's doing good.
Real good.
Wouldn't be a show without something going wrong, would it?
Oh, so speaking of the show, we've got some show things to talk about tonight.
We do.
What are we talking about in this particular episode?
I believe
Mr.
we're going
Flop?
to talk about the rarest Nintendo console from each generation.
That's right. We're doing a back in time special for all you
Correct.
funsters out there, because here at Hack the Dino, we're the only podcast that can travel through time, because we're the only podcast that goes backwards in regards to viewers and people watching.
Yes. I wonder if everyone is seeing this. Or are we just seeing this?
No, we're
You're
just seeing this.
seeing that. That's fine.
We're also going to talk about Game of the Year through the decades, the 80s edition.
Yep, that'll be on a future episode.
That will be on a future episode, but seeing as though we're talking about time, I thought it was fitting to mention.
Do you know what else is fitting?
My closet.
Your what?
What, Ben?
Your water closet?
Yes.
What's a water closet?
No, let's never mind.
Okay, your water closet. Water closet's a toilet, everyone, and Anto's here!
Hello.
Hey, Anto, did we cover that pretty well? Did
Not really. No, I was hoping that neither of you would call out that I was in studio mode, but it's fine.
I knew. That's all I'm going to say. I knew. I'm the professional.
Hey, look, it's not a competition, all
I
right?
have
We've all
never-
failed at some point, and so far I started it off by forgetting our intro, so we're all good.
It is more of a surprise to me when I don't fail. Like, when I succeed, it's like, what was that?
What was what?
When I succeed.
Oh.
Oh,
You
God.
succeeded?
Oh, what is going on?
No, not
What
really
is
sure.
happening? Floppy.
Yes, mate?
What have you been doing with your bad self?
Just wearing a whole bunch of denim.
Yep. Sweet. Denim's great.
I love denim.
Denim's good. Good choice.
No, what do I have done? I have had a very, very busy last couple of weeks. Kids' birthdays, work stuff, and whatnot.
Killing parents.
Killing parents.
Yep.
But one thing I have done is so whenever I go to work, I have a portable. I take a portable gaming system with me and play a game on lunch.
What portable gaming system is your one of choice?
Well, I usually take my Switch, but I changed it up this week.
Oh, really?
And I started taking my 3DS.
Oh.
Well, my 2DS XL, if you want to get specific. And I started playing a game that I've never played,
Yeah.
which is Ocarina of Time.
3DS edition. Wow.
I haven't played heaps. I've had one lunch break to do it.
Ocarina of Time, that's that game that's better than Final Fantasy VII, isn't it?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
So far, I like the start of Final Fantasy VII better than the start of Ocarina of Time.
Ha! Suck it, Ben.
Oh, damn. The start is better.
I'm getting there. But so far I've only been exploring the little village and trying to get my way to the Deku tree or Deku tree.
Deku Tree? Yep.
Deku tree. I've got a shield. I've got to find a sword.
Yep.
So I'm like,
Do you know where the sword is?
I think I know where it is because I saw a vision.
A vision.
I saw a vision from what looked like a stone.
The Whispering Stone things. Yeah.
Correct. But yeah, I'm pretty keen. It's one of those games that everyone talks about and should have played probably a long time ago. What was it, 64 it came out on?
Yep.
Yeah, probably should have played on the 64. Never had one at the time, so it didn't.
Well, you can play it on Nintendo Switch Online as well.
Yeah, but I have the cartridge for the 3DS and it's portable and it's nice and it can fit in a pocket. So
I'm actually interested to see how you go with it, because it is a rather big game.
It's like, 20, 25, 30 hours?
probably around the 30, 35 hour mark.
Yeah, and I generally play like half an hour or so at lunch each day, and I'll play some at home. So we'll see how we go. The other thing, though, while I was out and about on rounds this week, I went into a local gaming retailer. So here in SA, I know we have some overseas viewers. We have EB Games. I think overseas they are GameStop.
Apart from in Canada.
And in Canada. But they are doing a fundraiser at the moment for a charity that I quite enjoy. I'm really invested in it. It's the Starlight Children's Foundation.
Ah, good. What does the Starlight Children's Foundation do?
So they are at like the Women's and Children's Hospital and then a bunch of other hospitals as well. And they provide like doctor and nurse-free zones for kids that are in the hospital to go and just like be kids. They play video games, do crafts. They have a TV channel that can get up to kids' rooms if they can't get out of bed. They do like a Make-A-Wish thing as well. So they're awesome. I've had kids in hospital and not put kids in hospital.
No, just parents.
Some of my children have been in hospital. Starlight Children's Foundation is awesome. And yeah, the local games retailer, EB Games, does a fundraising for them every year. And it goes for a week or so. And one of the local ones here at West Lakes is running a trading style thing. They call it the Great Onion Swap of 2022. I took some photos while I was in there, Anto. They're in assets.
Oh, yes.
So what they're doing is as well as taking donations, they started out with an onion, and they're trading up to see what they can get to within a week. Kind of like remember the guy that did the whole red paperclip to a house thing?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Same concept as that.
I often do the same thing, actually. See, I trade money for goods.
For things.
Works really well.
So these guys have started with an onion, and so far, from what I've seen, I haven't been down there today, they went from an onion to 2 chocolate bars, from 2 chocolate bars to a Selena Kyle action figure, and from a Selena Kyle action figure to an Animal Crossing on 3DS.
That's great.
And what they're going to do is at the end of the week, they're going to auction off whatever's left, and all the money goes to Starlight.
That's great.
So yeah, if you're near an EB Games, especially if you're in SA and you're near West Lakes, go down and check out what they've got in this onion swap.
Onion swap. The
great onion swap of 2022.
Good cause. Support that. And speaking of good causes, I will mention this now. On the 25th of September at 10 a.m., there is a fundraiser being put on by a friend of mine for CF Next Level, which is to go to make donations for cystic fibrosis.
Okay,
a very serious disease.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gentleman by the name of Adam. I'll just read what they've got written here. All proceeds go to CFSA, the organisation that provided services and financial support, as well as advocacy for people living with cystic fibrosis in South Australia. Adam will game entertain for 24 hours starting September the 25th at 10 a.m. Australian Central Time. Adam is doing a marble run where people can buy a marble and go into the race in order to win prizes. There will also be a raffle people can buy tickets for that will be drawn during the 24 hours. And they include like Razer keyboards, a Razer mouse, like really high-end stuff. So basically they've asked us if we can chip in with some nonsense. So after the show tonight, we are going to be recording, as part of Dino More, a little special that we will be able to see, if you are so inclined, during the CF charity event on September 25th. So put that in your calendar now. We will remind you as we come closer to it. But our beloved Dino More live stream people will be able to watch that live. We've got a little bit of a game planned. Basically, I think we're being used as a toilet break, which is probably the best use for us.
Probably not the first time I've ever been used as a toilet break.
We don't need to know about your dating life. Anto.
Yes.
What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a little thing called Final Fantasy VII.
Again?
The
Why
First
Final
Soldier.
Fantasy VII?
What's this Final Fantasy VII? Why is there 7 of them if it's a final one?
So it's not the base game. It's not the original.
It is a very
playing
base
the
game.
Battle Royale that they released late last year.
They released a Battle Royale?
They did.
That's yuck.
It's kind of fun. It's not great if you're playing on your phone with touchscreen controls, but
Right.
I bought myself a nifty little device.
Did you get the Backbone?
I got a Backbone 1 controller for my iPhone. And honestly, it's been the only thing I've played all week.
Hang on, is this the one that had a tournament that I sent you a picture of or a link to in the Discord?
Yes. I I tried to join it, and apparently it's only for North American players, so
Lame.
I didn't get to join.
Is this legit Fortnite Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, it's literally just a typical battle royale with like a Final Fantasy-inspired skin and universe, and mechanics from a game like materia, spells, summon monsters, all that kind of stuff.
Is this a Square Enix thing as well?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's really good fun.
Do you have to be a full-on Final Fantasy person to play it?
I do not think so. It very loosely ties into the world. It's set something like 30 years before the main story.
Is it more complex than Fortnite?
No, not really.
Which means
I say
yes.
not really. It's consistent with its mechanics, whereas Fortnite sort of changes and adds things sort of semi-frequently.
The trick with this game is that the real battle is that you have to try and stay awake in order to win the game.
So you know my abilities at Fortnite, or lack thereof. How do you think I'd go on this one?
I think if the two of you were to join me in a trios match, we'd actually do really well. I think my win-to-loss ratio is something like 92%.
Of victories?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I would not be of any need to you. Then I would just be baggage.
Are you going in as bots? A bot lobby?
I'm
or
pretty
what?
sure it's similar to Fortnite in the fact that if they can't find a full set of players, they do fill it with bots. But I've come up against some really good players where matches, like just fights between me and them, have gone on for 3 to 5 minutes just because we've been going back and forth so often. Healing is a lot more frequent. You've got potions and spells that can heal you. You can summon giant monsters to fight for you if you want. There are enemies on the map from the universe of Final Fantasy VII that you can fight to get experience and level your character up in match as well.
Do you get like the mad
Real good.
Buster Sword?
Yes.
Sick.
It's something I've been working towards for the last week.
Oh, is that like a battle pass thing? And
yeah, so it's got
right.
essentially the same thing as every other battle royale. It's got a season pass or a battle pass. You can earn stuff by playing, or you can use in-game currency or points to level up and get cool skins and items and things. Yeah, this has been the bulk of any sort of free time I've had the last week or so. Because of this controller, I wouldn't recommend playing it if you don't have the ability to play either with a PlayStation controller via Bluetooth or with like a dedicated iPhone or iPad controller.
Can I play it on my PlayStation?
No.
mobile
I
only.
think it's the only problem I have with it is that it's not on console because it's a missed opportunity. It
was a good idea while it lasted, but sorry.
The other thing I've been playing.
Just before, I just want to quickly, I had an anecdote about Fortnite that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Which I forgot. I was playing it during the week, and I got the John Cena "You Can't See Me" taunt.
Okay.
So everyone knows when I play Fortnite, when I win a match, I have they pull out the trumpet and go
Yes.
because I'm toxic. The John Cena one, "You Can't See Me," so I just went, every kill I get, I'm going to do the "You Can't See Me" taunt because it plays his music as well. So I'm sitting there going, doing the "You Can't See Me" taunt, "You Can't See Me" taunt. I got to the top 4 and I killed a guy and like just won and did the "You Can't See Me." And as I was doing the "You Can't See Me" taunt, someone sniped me in the head.
Come up and
And I went, I didn't see him.
That's amazing.
It was
how
great.
ironic.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I love it. Anyway, sorry, Anto.
No, that's all good. I'm just getting called out by Cat Like Sparky in the chat. She's just said, I'm currently living and breathing this game. She's now done with Assassin's Creed Valhalla after sinking about 150 hours into it. PS5's been free for like a week straight, and I haven't touched it. I've just been playing this.
Well, we need to jump back into Fortnite.
We do. The other thing I've been playing, though, and I will keep this one a lot shorter because I haven't spent as much time on it. I've been
Dylan
playing...
the villain calls out Ben so harsh. I love it when Ben fails.
Jesus, that's a bit mean.
It's all right.
Fair.
I've been playing Mega Man Legends for the first time ever. It was the first sort of major step into like a third-person action Mega Man game.
Oh, they're arms. I thought they were legs and someone was about to come down and sit on you.
And it's immediately become one of my favorite video games just because of sort of the graphical style is very charming. The characters are really funny. It's fully voice acted, and I've never played it, but because of its controller on my iPhone and the fact that I'm enrolled in the iOS developer program and I've done a bunch of stuff to my phone to allow me to install emulators and stuff, I've been playing this as well. And I want to sink more time into it. The only downside is I just don't have enough time to split across 2 things.
Oh, gee, wow. Oh, I feel so bad for him. What about you, Floppy?
Yeah, I
Real
sorry that you haven't got enough time to
for
play all of
2
the games.
Yeah, I feel real bad for you, dude.
It's tough when you have a full-time job and only a full-time job. I can't imagine how you guys do.
Don't have kids, everyone.
But that's what I've been doing. I'm going to shut up
you
because
do
I
have
could literally
kids-
talk about this forever.
Hide them under the stairs.
If you do have kids, make sure one of their friends doesn't kill your parents.
What?
Anyway, let's look at some news. Let's look at some of the happenings in the old game universe.
What do we got? Delays?
Or the Gameverse.
Do we have delays?
We do have some delays
We do,
because
don't
what would 2022 be without some delays?
It'd be 2020.
Yeah. Well, we're actually seeing the ramifications of 2020 now, I think. Man, next year's going to be absolutely stacked. I'm really looking forward to planning a show where I don't have to scrape the bottom of the barrel for news to talk about.
We had to decide what doesn't make it.
That's right. Anyway, River City Girls 2 was cancelled this week. Delayed until 2023.
I was going to say it wasn't cancelled.
Didn't you have that on your...
I had as my counter pick for,
Oh, that
I
was
think,
lucky.
the host-only
who
fantasy
picked it?
critic. I'm not too sure, actually.
It's probs me. I haven't looked at that thing in ages.
But yeah, so that was... I had a feeling it would get sort of pushed back because it is a indie dev studio.
Yeah.
And anything that was indie dev, I went, you know what? They're going to take extra time. Metal Slug Tactics has also been delayed until 2023.
Ah, dang it. I was looking forward to that one.
Forspoken was
Again?
Again.
delayed. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was delayed, and then it was delayed again, and then it's been delayed until 2023. That happened a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think we reported about it. But what I found fascinating is there have been 43 games delayed in 2022 so far. So at this stage, it's actually amazing when a game comes out. I mean, I know they've announced that God of War is coming out. Is it October?
Yes.
November.
November? Part of me still thinks there's a chance.
I'm not even worried about it, man.
Nah. I mean, as
It
we've
is
said
what it is. We'll get what we get.
numerous times, like anyone who's complaining about delayed games, have a look at your pile of shame.
Yeah.
Guaranteed there is a game there you can go back to tide you
I've
over.
got so many.
Oh, it's ridiculous. So I'm just wondering, what other games do we think might be given the death knell until next year?
Well, what's... we probably discussed it last show, but Lord of the Rings Gollum is now listed as 2022, but without a date. So
Yeah,
that's
well, no,
probably-
they said before their financial year is up, which is end of March 2023.
Yeah, so
So it's
that'll
coming
probably
out
be...
before then.
That'll probably be January or something.
I think anything that's listed for December has a chance of getting...
I'd say
Shafted.
Hogwarts Legacy is probably not coming this year.
I think same sort of thing. Anything that's listed for sort of holiday or end of year this year has a very good chance of being pushed back. Like,
Having said that, it's not bad. It means it's not ready.
It also
so you
means...
wouldn't want to play it, and it also means people don't get crunch.
Exactly.
yeah.
That means people can actually have lives. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Speaking of games that are coming out, we know for sure that these following games are coming out because they were given dates, solid concrete dates. And there's one thing Nintendo doesn't do is delay things.
No,
right?
they will work their people to the bone.
Yeah, it's not
That's
like we're
right.
still waiting on Breath of the Wild 2 or anything.
No, not at all.
Oh, they've never given that a date.
No, they just said next year. So it could get delayed again.
And they
But I'm
didn't say
thinking
which
March.
one.
I'm just hoping they push it back to their next system, in all honesty. Like, after playing like Elden Ring and stuff, I want it to be as good as it can be, and I
Well-
don't think it could be on Switch.
You did read the Bloomberg report that there's going to be no new Nintendo consoles in 2023.
Yeah, but
Why would there be?
they've lied about that before.
But why
true.
would they?
There are going to be no new Nintendo DS systems. Here's the 2DS XL.
Yeah. No, well, they did that with the 3DS.
Yeah,
There's no 3DS. There's no 3DS. 2 weeks later, oh, here's the new 3DS.
yeah, exactly.
But I want to talk about the Pokemon Direct. Did we all watch the Pokemon Direct from 2 weeks ago?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Saw something.
All right, who wants to go first? Floppy? What little bit did you see?
I saw, I briefly watched. I skimmed through it because Prob's not going to play it.
We'll bring it up on the screen so we can be reminded.
I did see that there was a couple of different stories in this one. And it's like true open world,
It is a...
which I thought the last one was.
No, that was open area.
Yeah, a big open area. I did see. Now I don't know if they're legendaries that are unlocked straight away or if they're just other things, but like mounts you can ride.
Yeah, the
Those
motorbike
things
snakes.
look sick.
Yeah, so we think one of the things that is changing this generation is that you get the legendary straight up. But part of me thinks that, yeah, you might get the legendary straight up, but you won't be able to unlock its full power until the
Nah,
end
there'll
of the
be
game
something
or something.
until that happens at the end.
Um,
It looks to me like I'm obviously the one here with the least amount of Pokemon knowledge and experience. This thing looks heaps different to every other Pokemon, and I think that's good.
yeah,
Because
agreed.
if there's one thing they haven't done, it's change anything
Ever. Well, if you sell billions of dollars worth of games, why would
That's
you?
right. People keep buying your stuff when
And
it's
do you know
not
what's
changed.
weird?
Why would you?
The games make up, I think, like 10% of Game Freak's income.
What else do they do?
Plushes,
Card
yeah,
games,
of course.
card games.
toys.
How many card games do you think get sold every day?
Oh, like
The
you
card
would,
packs.
like you wouldn't believe.
Ridiculous. Andrew, what do you think of it? What were your thoughts? Good. Good. Silence. Good silence.
Mixed. Like, I'm excited that they're changing stuff, but at the same time, that excitement doesn't counterbalance the sort of just tiredness of most of the formula for Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And this purely a personal opinion. Like, please, by all means, like, discuss with me, but don't be a douche about it. I saw the bit where I can't remember what the mechanic is called, but you can basically turn your Pokemon into like jewel encrusted dangly.
Yeah, I had it
mobile
written down. It's
phone
like
accessory
terrestrializing
things.
or something.
Yeah, it looks like crystal. That looks cool.
Yeah.
I thought that looked jank as all heck.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Like, Mega Evolution, to me, was the coolest thing they put in Pokemon.
Oh, you're one of those people.
And, I don't know, everything after that has felt kind of boring. Like, Gigantamax was just stupid.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? That turned into freaking kaiju. That's awesome.
Kaiju Pokemon.
It's not...
Well, it was. It depends what you want. Like, it depends how they're going to use it for the meta. And the new terrestrializing or whatever it's called. There's going to be so many angry people with me stuffing up that name. That has the ability to really mess up the meta because it actually can change your typing of your Pokemon. So you might be coming up against a Pikachu who's an electric ground type, but they've already announced when you get this game, if you get it before February, you get a special gift where Pikachu knows fly. So then it's electric and flying type.
There you go.
I will say I got an anonymous message just then that says, please tell Anto how wrong he is about Pokemon, please.
Anonymous from who?
Well, it's anonymous, mate.
Yeah, on his phone.
Look, I'm happy to be wrong and not share the same opinion as people. Like, Ben and I are always at odds about whether or not Ocarina of Time is a bad game or Final Fantasy VII is a bad game, which is fine. But
Michael Towns, can we have a vote, please?
Oh, God.
to be fair, all I want from Pokemon, and this is, again, purely catered to my style of like what I want from a video game, give me a Pokemon game that lets you carry around 6 Pokemon, but the fights are more than just look at menus for... This is so hypocritical almost because I like Final Fantasy.
You want a Pokemon game that when it gets to the fight part, turns into
Pokken Tournament. Yeah, I want to be able to
Cool.
move the Pokemon around and do stuff. Like, 7 Remake's battle system is a fresh change of pace for Final Fantasy as a whole. Give me
Whoa.
more of that with Pokemon.
I agree. Final Fantasy VII is a-hole. So this game as well has...
on
Well,
your
you
game
said
room.
it. I was just agreeing with what you said, Anto. Apparently, there's going to be 3 different storylines coming out of this game, or being in this game. So I'm going to put my pessimist hat on. I don't wear it very often.
Do you ever take it off?
So we've got a live vote in the chat now. What's the bad game? Final Fantasy VII, Zelda Ocarina of Time, or both the bad, and Pepsi Man is the best.
Oh my God, Pepsi Man is the best.
Yep, Pepsi Man. Yeah, it goes for like $250 now. That game. Anyway,
I wouldn't buy it.
3 different stories. So firstly, Pokemon can't even get one interesting story that's original, let alone 3.
Well, no, that's not true. The first one was quite interesting because it hadn't been done before.
Secondly, every Pokemon game, if you look at it at a technicality, has 2 to 3 storylines anyway.
Does it really?
Well, the first storyline is collect all Pokemon, finish your Pokédex.
Then there's like the Elite Four.
Then there's defeat the Elite Four.
or the gym badges. Or...
And get the gym badges and become the champion. So
What's
that's
the third
already
one?
2. Well, I'm just saying there's already 2 to 3. And then you've generally got defeat the bad guys, like Team Rocket or something like that.
Yep.
So, there's technically
I'm with
3
you.
storylines in there
Okay.
if you're going to be, an
sense.
asshole like I am. Anto?
I've just realized what my problem with Pokemon is.
Yeah.
I just want a remake of Gold and Silver in like the Let's Go style.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I want Gold and Silver modernized with Let's Go mechanics because that was great.
I can just say Anonymous was more to the point referring to your opinion on the crystallized versions of the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not janky. It's sparkly and shiny, and I'm here for it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I think you've been put in your place by Anonymous, Anto.
I think I know who Anonymous
touch
is. I'm obviously not going to out them, but I know who they are.
I would
See
just... Back on topic. Apparently, there's not going to be any gym scaling either. So a lot of people were hoping, because it is a fully open 3D world, that there would be, you go to a gym and the game would take into account what level you are, what level your Pokemon are, and it would scale accordingly. However, it's been revealed that isn't the case. You are going to be like Breath of the Wild type thing, where you could just go straight to Ganon, or you could go around.
You fool!
Or you go around and level up and then go to the bigger gym areas. So people are disappointed.
So you could actually make this a big game, or you can make it a lot shorter game.
Well, you can make it as challenging as you want it, which you can do with every Pokemon game. So one of the arguments that really angers me is people who go, "Oh, Pokemon's a kid's game. It's easy." No, it's only easy if you make it easy. Like, if you're the type of person that goes into a gym battle with you've ground Pokemon, so they're completely over... OP'ness. And you go in there...
back to last show.
And you wipe out all the NPCs before the gym leader. Then you leave and you heal up and then you come back. Well, you're just making the game easier for yourself.
You can do that?
Of course you can. You can leave a gym whenever you want.
So what you're saying is if you play the game with the core loop as intended, it's not too hard.
You can leave a gym and then just go back?
I mean, even taking back the not being the core loop, you're making it easier than the core loop, because the core loop wants you to go through all these NPCs and then battle the gym leader with only your potions and whatnot and what you've got on your person to heal your Pokemon. By breaking out, going and healing up, and then going back, you're making it easier for yourself. So it's a game where you have to be responsible for how you play it. And if it's easy, it's because you're making it easy. It can be a very hard game. Do I need to remind you of the gym leader in Pokemon Gold and Silver who has a Miltank?
Oh, Whitney.
Whitney, thank you. That thing wrecks you.
I will just counterpoint, and it's not really a counterpoint, but it kind of is. I don't know. I think the complaint of Pokemon being too easy comes from people who are, my age and up. So people who've played it for a long time, since the first games, they know pretty much by memory what the type chart is, what the weaknesses are. If you go in with any sort of semblance of knowledge of how to play Pokemon, the only thing you can do to make it harder is either to do a Nuzlocke run, or purposefully go into the gym using the weakness that the gym leader is good against. To make it harder on yourself. Because honestly, they've all been a lot easier, especially in the last 10 years.
If you don't read spoilers and you go in there and you don't know what type the gym leader has, they're getting better with multi-type gym leaders.
Yeah, true.
And this new mechanic, this crystallization, is going to change that up again. And, they build these games to focus on the world championships and the meta and whatnot. So that will be coming into it. I just think people need to shut up. Anyway, Splatoon 3 had a direct as well. Did anyone watch this?
Nah. Nope. Do not care.
Same. I watched a little bit. I skipped through it.
I've tried it because I dig the designs and I like the concept, but when it all boils down, it's Call of Duty.
Yeah, it is.
Paint.
With paint. They're fun games. Parker used to be really, really interested. I don't know if I told you guys. Parker came up to me during the week. Because I was talking about video games.
Dad, you're so embarrassing.
We used to watch all the directs together and whatnot, but she's almost 15 now, and she just goes, "Dad, I don't like video games anymore."
Ooh, how much did that hurt?
I'm still stinging. And I said, "Oh, so you don't want any more Animal Crossing stuff?" "No, I want to get a container and pack it all away and put it into storage." "Oh, okay. You don't want to play your Pokemon with me?"
I'll tell her to sell it.
No.
I'll get her to sell it.
Anyway.
That hurt.
Yeah, it still does.
Can we get some Fs in the chat, please, for Ben?
Thank you. It's appreciated. So Splatoon 3 Direct, as I said, I skimmed through it. I think it looks more of the same, sort of like the same type of jump we saw between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. The new lobby does look good, but they have reused many maps and weapons. One thing I found today when I was scouring for more information, apparently you can pre-order this for free.
What?
Yeah. They were pushing this free pre-order type thing. I could be completely
You're still
wrong.
going to pay for the game, though, right?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Just not putting a deposit down.
Yeah, I know, but I can't even understand how that would work. You just put your name there and...
Yeah, I don't know. I always like the designs of these things. I'm keen on the controllers that are coming out because they look real nice. I like the colours and the designs.
The splashes on them?
Yeah, they look good.
No, it's really... cool aesthetic. The amiibo look really great, and they're re-releasing some of the old amiibo, which is great because some of those old amiibo go for big bucks. Like, you're looking at $90 an amiibo for some of them. Ridiculous.
I'm not. I just like to call out Michael Towns. That totally sounds like a scam. Was this whole free pre-order thing from a Nigerian prince, man? Like,
He just needs to transfer the money back into your account. So if you can give him the details, it'll be fine. And lastly, Kirby's Dream Buffet, that game we were certain was a free-to-play Nintendo eShop download, has been announced for being released on the 17th of August and will cost approximately $25 Australian.
oh, that's heaps cheap.
Yeah, I still think if this was a free-play game, they would have done a lot better. Like, even with little microtransactions in it, in order to make the money. I don't know, it's
We'll see how it goes. It always it looks cool.
Yeah, I know, but Kirby is the console killer.
I don't know if it's the one. I don't know if it's the Kirby game that I'll play.
No?
No, isn't it like that Fall Guys thing?
It is, yeah.
I
But
don't
with 4
particularly
players.
play those games.
Kind
no
of
matter
why
what
I
the skin-
expected this to be free to play, to be honest, because it reminded me so much of Fall Guys.
Yeah. No,
Did we get told it was free to play, or did we just assume?
no,
that?
we just assumed that it was going to be
okay.
free to play because it kind of looked like it. Not that it's saying it looks cheap or anything, but it very much has that feel of, play the game, here's a season pass, blah, blah, blah. Like Pokemon Unite, that type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
But moving on, it was reported today,
This is
actually.
interesting.
Sony is no longer recording PlayStation 4 sales. They've stopped selling them officially. So we've got the final PlayStation 4
When was the
sales
last
numbers.
time you saw a new PS4 in a store?
I honestly haven't been looking for them, so I couldn't tell you.
I reckon it was at least 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
About the same time you couldn't get a PS5 in a store?
You still can't get PS5s in a store.
Anyway, Sony is no longer reporting PS4 shipments, so the final total for the console is about 117.2 million as of March 2022.
That's a lot.
Just for reference, the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, if you combine them like Nintendo do, because they're cheap, sold 118.7 million. The Nintendo DS family has sold 154 million.
Is that the family, so from the DS all the way up to the 3DS?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what Nintendo do. That's how they get away with it.
I would have
Sneaky,
assumed that was
sneaky.
DS through to DSi, no?
It's all the DS. Anything with the DS on it, they include.
Oh, okay.
And then the PlayStation 2 is still number one at over 155 million as of March 2012.
Do you think anyone thinks it's going to bump that?
Oh, the Nintendo Switch might come close. I've got the numbers here. The Nintendo Switch, which is currently on 111 million, should surpass the PS4 by the end of the year.
You reckon?
So, well, that's what's predicted. That wasn't
okay.
me.
I thought that
that's-
was you guessing.
No, this is actual analysts being good at their jobs, unlike me. We've had this discussion before. Can the Switch get over the 155 million if it's on 111 million already?
Look, I think if anything's going to do it, it's going to be the Switch.
Yeah?
Like,
I mean,
the thing is, it was doing what the PS2 did. It became like a go-to family thing
and people have buy more than one.
for different reasons. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not uncommon for a household to have 2 Switches.
I think the Switch will absolutely nail
Really?
top seller ever. Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
just
if
have
they're
a
not
feeling.
if they're not releasing a new console for 2023 at least, so they've still got a good 18 months.
Yeah,
At least?
easy.
There is chip shortages, of course, but what I do think Nintendo have done really, really well is encourage people to buy more than one Switch model. It
Yeah.
being a handheld and a console. You know what a Switch is.
Yeah.
I don't need to go through it.
I
with you.
don't think we'll see another Switch in 2024.
No,
I think
well, a
we'll
new
see
console?
just- No,
No?
I don't. My guess, not basing it on anything in particular, I don't think so. I think
Right.
I think they're still they sell too well for them to worry about it.
I reckon, as Nintenvania has pointed out in the chat, if they bring out another Pokemon Switch, they'll easily get that 155 million.
Yeah, 100%.
If they bring out a Scarlet and Violet Switch,
Yeah, and they will. You know they will. Like, I've already bought, I think, 4 Switches in total. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 Switches. 3, 4, 5 Switches, sorry.
and
if you
yet he
count my
just
OLED.
plays Fortnite on PlayStation.
That's not true. I was
Play
playing
Fortnite on Switch?
Donkey Kong Country 2 the other day. Thank you very much. On my Switch. That was a good
I
game.
mean, just personally, I've gone through. Coda and I, like as a couple, we've gone through 5.
What do you do to them?
We don't do anything to them. Like my launch model, which I got day one, that eventually got to the point where the battery on a full charge would last maybe 15 minutes. Just because I used it all the time. So I traded that one for an Animal Crossing one.
Ooh, nice.
Which went to Coda. Her base model Switch replaced my busted one. And then when the OLED came out, I traded up my newer base model for the OLED. And we've bought one as a gift for family.
Oh, I bought a few for gifts.
So we've gone through 5. And that's just 2 people. So...
Just a comment, just reading the comments here in the live chat. Michael Towns from Game Boy Games has said, to be fair, Sony used to count repaired consoles as a sale for the PS2, which pumped their numbers up hard.
Really?
I had no idea about that.
Where did you get that info? That'd be interesting.
I would like to see a source on that. Michael Towns, shoot us a source when you can.
And then the link to the information.
Speaking of sources,
ketchup is best.
You may... like sauce on your hot dogs. And do you know who likes hot dogs and all other food? Goku!
Oh, God,
That's
I had no
right.
idea where you were
I got
going.
there. I got there.
No, you didn't.
Goku and his fellow fighting compatriots have been officially announced in Fortnite. They are coming August 16, which is just in a couple of days' time. The rumoured mythical weapon is Goku's Kamehameha Wave. We have pretty much been confirmed it's going to be Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, and Beerus.
What? Bulma? Why?
Well, because...
Why would you not have Piccolo?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask them?
Oh, he's the only other person I know.
But they've been teasing it with the capsule, Bulma's capsule corpse, up until now. And there's going to be a house that's going to be transformed into Kame House. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. As I said, I'm going to have a hard time choosing between Vegeta and the Green Goblin when I play.
Yeah.
I think I am going to stream Fortnite a little bit more.
I mean, if this is true and legit and happening, I'm actually going to play dedicated through the Battle Pass for all the Dragon Ball Z related stuff.
Oh, they're not. I think they're just going to be purchased.
Oh, what?
Lay down your money. Lay down that money.
I'll still play and buy it. It's fine.
Not this guy.
I will hold you to that because I'm getting bored playing by myself all the time.
Yeah, no, I'll absolutely hop on and play as Goku. It's going to be hilarious to like Kamehameha someone from across the map and then floss on them.
And what on them?
All right, let's get into our topic. The big old topic for the show, and the topic for this show is maybe the English.
Yep.
Rarest Nintendo consoles of each generation. Now, in this list, I am not including any handheld consoles, so no Game Boys, because that is a topic all and of itself, because, man, there's a lot. So all I've done is I went to consolevariations.com, which is a very, very cool site. I've actually submitted some consoles there because they're American-based and don't have access to the Australian exclusives.
Nerd.
So I'm sort of like the go-to there. And all I did is I clicked on each major console, found the rarest one there. Some of them are official Nintendo releases, others are unofficial releases, but were given away as prices and whatnot. So we've got pictures for each one. So we're going to kick it off with the good old Famicom. And this is the rarest console they have there, which is the Nintendo Famicom Development Console. So the console that they used in Nintendo headquarters to develop games.
Do we have a picture of it?
We do. It's estimated that between 1 and 50 of this variation were made. This Famicom was used for the development of Japanese game releases. It was used in Nintendo's research and development department to test the games on actual hardware.
Hang on, did you say between 1 and 50?
Yes.
Surely they know if there's only a single one or others.
Well, they know how many they have. Like, we don't know because Nintendo's very secretive about numbers and everything. It all comes from... So, way back in the way, and I've got the book over there... it's called Game On, and basically Nintendo opened up their doors and allowed a journalist to come in and write a book on Nintendo. Mm-hmm. However, I forgot what it was called, but the publisher thought it'd be more spicy because it came out in the early 90s if they went, The Corruption of Youth, Game On. And then Nintendo went, right, well, we're not letting any journalists in ever talk to any of our staff, and we're not reporting anything. Because Nintendo. Anyway, so they don't know how many have been destroyed. They don't know.
Okay, so they know how many
who
there
got
were,
them.
but don't know how many are remaining.
Exactly, and as you can see from the picture there,
it looks very similar to what got released.
Yeah, well, it basically is. You've just got the or the chipboard on the outside.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think just for easy access, and you can see what it's doing. around the place. But Floppy, what's the next console?
Well, the next one is a NES.
what?
This is a NES.
Anus?
Yes, that's jokes. Heaps funny every time you do it every week.
I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to keep on doing anus.
What?
NES Nintendo World Championships 1990 console. So once again, it is estimated that between 1 and 50 of this variation were made.
It's basically just a way of saying this is rare.
Okay, so less than 50, we'll say.
Cool.
The NES used in the Nintendo World Championships of 1990. So was this the one that, so they had specific ones built for the people competing in the championships?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It is thought that most of them were destroyed, but recently someone shared 5 photos to Reddit showing a NES with a strange telephone connector on the back. Mm-hmm. Once dismantled, you can see that one of the circuit boards has copyright 1989 Nintendo of America Champ 1 Revision A written on it.
There it is, obviously there, so you could upload the scores to their servers.
Ah, okay. But there you go. That's real. I wonder how. Yeah, what? Imagine selling that thing. Like, how would you price that?
Well, you could.
You can't.
Like,
You?
and these are the type of things that, especially in America. So one of the YouTube channels that I watch is someone called Froggy Flips, where he's a garage sailor who goes around to
Flip stuff.
Yeah, and well, no, he buys garage sale halls, and because we don't have anything like that in Australia, because Australia doesn't have the population or the people who don't care about this sort of stuff, he finds stuff like this. And some of the times he's got his research, some of the times he doesn't. But I can see that sort of thing rocking up in someone's house, like when they found the Nintendo PlayStation. It was in some dude's attic.
Somewhere.
Because his dad brought it home from work, like stole it.
Yeah.
And there's so much of that stuff out there, just up in
bugger.
Granddad's attic that he brought home, and now no one wants it anymore. The next is the Famicom Disk System, which we can see under here, under the Famicom, for those of you watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/Hack The Dino. However, this is both of these consoles put in together and made by Sharp. So this one is the Sharp Twin Famicom. Well, actually, I've got one in the room. I should have brought that out, but that's okay. Sharp Twin Famicom AN505RD console.
2 cartridges?
Yeah. So it's estimated between 50,000 and 100,000 this variation were made. It's the family computer disk system bundled with 2 controllers. So we had the Famicom that came out, and then the disk system was basically a way to get more memory in there. So that's why when you play a Zelda game through the disk system, it's a lot better sound. It runs a lot smoother just because they have a lot more memory to play with and can beef up some of the artifacts in there.
So this is bundled with 2 controllers. Was the Famicom not bundled with 2 controllers as well?
Yes, they all were.
They all were.
Because they were attached to the actual console.
Yeah. Was the NES was the first one that had it not attached?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And longer cords as well. Like these cords are very, very short.
Yeah, right. Literally had to sit on the floor in front of the TV.
And funny thing as well, see that there? That's
Yes.
a microphone in the controller.
Huh.
Good old Famicom.
For those probably 2 games that used it, I assume?
No, there were a few that used it.
Okay.
Fun fact. The manual for The Legend of Zelda actually describes that there's an enemy called the Pole's Voice, which doesn't like loud noises, and it describes that in the UK, European, Australian, American manuals. And people for years were like, what the hell does that mean? And it's because with that controller, you can blow or shout into the microphone and they die.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nintendo, innovative.
Next one on the list is a SNES. So more specifically, the SNES Nintendo Merchandising Incorporated Kiosk and Demo Console.
I'm very impressed you knew what that abbreviation was.
So I read it in about 3 lines down.
Oh, good.
Wait, what?
Otherwise, I was going to go NMI.
NMI. Well, I would have said NMI. But
It is estimated that between 50 to 100 of these variations were made. The console was used for demonstrations in stores and given to the Nintendo Merchandising Incorporated employees as a gift. It's the marketing and merchandising branch of Nintendo in Redmond, WA.
Redmond,
Washington.
Washington.
There you go. So is Dust Wales here? Like, help us
WA,
out.
Western Australia,
American
what?
States. Handling a lot of their merchandising of products. NMI is burned into the top of the console and a sticker noting it is part of Nintendo property on the bottom. Completely unknown how many of these there were, but likely a lower number since these appear to be mainly NMI-specific test demo units.
Yeah, so basically, I think these ones had a timer in them, if I'm correct, which I could be completely wrong.
If you don't finish the game in this time, it explodes.
Well, no, because I would for competitions.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There
yes?
were also some store display units. I think the NES had one which was the M82 display system. You could fit, I think, one of them was like 6 and one was like 10 cartridges in. You had like a little panel on the front to choose between, and there was a timer like lock on the back where you could set it for free play. I think 60 minutes, 10 minutes, like 3 minutes. So people could demo around different games that came out when they did. It might be similar to that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Incidentally, did you ever see like the club lock for the NES?
No.
No, it's like it was something that a third party bought out, and it was basically a combination lock that you lifted the flap of the NES and put it in there and locked it up.
Little brother can't play.
And well, no, you weren't allowed to play. Your parents had the keys or the combination, and you weren't allowed to play it until you had found your homework.
Oh, holy crud! You
You found it, have you? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, man, you weren't joking. It legit is a club lock.
Yeah, it's a club lock for your NES.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Wonder how many kids broke their NES trying to get that off.
I don't know. I think there was a way to get around it, but anyway. Next up, something came out.
Tenacity belt.
2 timelines that I never thought would cross: 2020 and the Virtual Boy.
What?
Specifically, the Nintendo Virtual Boy G4 console. So this was available to win on Christmas Day in 2020. We all know about G4 TV, which was an old TV show that got rebooted. They decided to give away a Virtual Boy, one Virtual Boy with their own specific branding on it.
First of all, who would want a Virtual Boy? Those things are rubbish.
There's one right there, man.
I know. That doesn't make it good.
No, it doesn't. It gives me a headache. Pretty much it was basically just a custom console. There was only one. They also had an Xbox Series X, a PlayStation 5, and a Nintendo Switch with the G4 logo on it. I reckon that's really cool. I would love to have that, and there's only one in the world. So there you go.
That is pretty rare.
Well, you know what you could do?
What?
You could hit up friend of a show, We Are Robots, and get one made for you.
I could, but I won't. But what I will do one day... Actually, at the next Toy Fair, I'm going to sit down with We Are Robots and have a discussion, I think. I think I need a custom console.
You're welcome.
One with luscious head of hair on it.
No one likes
Put
hair.
a luscious head of hair on it, did you
No
just
one
say?
likes hair.
Maybe.
It's overrated. Nobody likes hair.
Next one
Yes?
is of the generation of Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
More specifically, the Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong 64 Wood Crate Bundle. Mm-hmm. I didn't realise this was Australia only.
Oh, really?
This is Australia only.
Yep.
Estimated that between, once again, 1 and 50 of this variation were made. These crates were given as prizes in Nintendo Magazine, the official Nintendo Magazine of Australia, Nintendo Magazine System, the official Nintendo Magazine of Australia, as well as local competitions at like football matches and stuff. That thing's cool. I like the whole jungle green.
Yep. I could be mistaken, but I'll tell the story anyway. There's a sort of like a sleeve for the controller, which is yellow, and it's a banana.
Sounds
right?
gross.
That apparently came with that. That is the most rarest part of this whole thing. That and the crate, because it's plastic and it's stretchy, so people either snapped it, putting it on their control,
Threw it away.
or it just went all brittle and crumbled around. So you see them go on eBay, and they go for hundreds of dollars. Just this piece of plastic that goes over your controller.
Was it plastic or like a latexy rubber kind of?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Latex.
'Cause if it was that, like, it's probably fallen victim to rubber reversion and like liquefied by now.
Possibly.
Wow, that sounds gross.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, rubber reversion's nasty.
It's just like all your discs, all your CD media is going to go bye-byes in the next decade or so.
Michael Towns in the chat. Yes, it was a controller condom.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Wiimote control condom.
Oh,
Gotta play
they
safe.
feel disgusting. I don't like the feeling of those things. It's like you get the lizard skins to put on them to give them extra grip. I hate that. My hands feel clammy. I don't like it.
What are you doing to those poor lizards?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Okay, sounds good. I will move on to the GameCube. The Nintendo GameCube MTV Paul Smith console is the rarest of consoles for the Nintendo GameCube generation. This was a European release, given away during the December daily MTV broadcasting shows on MTV Radio.
Oh, that is cool.
In 2003. It was inspired by the fashion designer Paul Smith, and only 2 of this variation were made. Pretty cool, huh?
That is cool. I like that. It is definitely. It might be the rarest. It's not the ugliest, because that's that one.
This is my Hanshin Tigers 2003 championship GameCube.
That doesn't make it look nice. It looks ugly as sin.
You have no idea how happy I was when I saw this in Japan.
I'm not doubting it.
It only cost me $80.
That's crazy.
Cool. It doesn't make it look pretty.
I think it looks... Anto, be the deciding factor. Is that a pretty console?
I haven't actually taken a majorly detailed look at the Henshin Tigers one.
It's stripy.
I don't mind it. Like, I quite like black and white sort of checkers and stripes and stuff as a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel about yellow and
I'm
navy?
all for it. I did have a question about this MTV system, though. Was this... drum roll. Was this when... shortly after Reggie joined Nintendo?
I don't know.
He was initially a high-up exec, if not, like, responsible for, like, MTV for a while, before he joined as president of Nintendo, didn't he?
Ooh.
They had
Plot
a
thickens.
couple of other ones. I don't think Reggie was involved with this because I don't think that this was an official release. And
Okay.
if Reggie was involved, then it would have been an official release.
Okay, cool.
Anto, can you just put my vote into that poll as lack poo, please?
No, you
I
can't.
can't. I've already voted myself saying it's cool.
Can you change it,
No.
please?
No, you're outvoted 2-1. Sorry, that's the official Dino vote.
You haven't even looked at it, mate.
What?
He's sitting all the way over there. You can't even see it.
I will just point out, though, that even though two people voted for both in our previous poll about which was the bad game, no one chose FF7 by itself as an option, so suck that, Ben.
Well, you know, when you've grown up putting all this money in such a rubbish game, people feel sorry for you.
Next
It's a
one.
sympathy vote.
Next console is the Wii. And the rarest Wii is the Nintendo Wii, the Art of Wii Udon console.
Yep.
The Art of Wii Udon console.
Yep.
I don't know what this looks like. It was a Canadian contest in which six one-of-a-kind Wii consoles were given away. Hang on. Were they all different?
Yeah, they're all
Okay,
different.
good.
by different
Because if
artists.
there was six of them, they can't be one of a kind. No. That looks sick.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yes, I did not know what that was going to look like. This model here was created by Udon artist Arnold Sang. One of this variation was made. Like, there is literally only one. That's cool,
And what's more, someone would have won that, have no idea what they've got, and just be in the cupboard somewhere.
It's kind of got, like, artwork that kind of reminds me of, like, the Gorillas.
Yeah. Very
See,
graffiti
I'm
based.
getting like a Jet Set Radio kind of vibe from it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But Udon are the artists responsible for a lot of the Street Fighter artwork from the sort of Street Fighter 4 generation onwards, aren't they?
Correct. They also do the comics. Jeffrey Cruz is an Australian... I'm going to hit you so hard. Jeffrey Cruz is an Australian out of Melbourne who does a lot of the Street Fighter artwork. You know the Bad Robot little Street Fighter minifigs that came out a few years back? Mm-hmm. No. He designed them.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, he did all the artwork for that. And that, so the Ryu picture I have in there, Anto, is by him. I got him to draw
really?
it for
That's
me.
super cool.
Yeah, got him to draw it for me at a convention.
Oh, God, these just don't stay up.
All right, they're just staying down. They stay down there. For the podcast listeners, Floppy's destroying very rare consoles.
He's not.
Games.
Ben's decided to precariously balance things and is getting annoyed if I breathe. When they
Well,
move.
generally, when you breathing.
Just when I breathe.
Because you killed my father. The next up is the Wii U generation, and the rarest console in the Wii U generation, according to consolevariations.com, is the Nintendo Wii U Chibi Robot Photo Finder console. This was a Japan-only release with only 3 of the variations made. There's probably 5 produced, so it's just absolutely hypocritical. Given away as the #1 prize for 5 Japanese photo contests in Chibi Robo Photo Finder for the Nintendo 3DS. It has the winner's name printed on the console.
That's pretty cool.
That is rad.
That is amazing. That's super cool.
Imagine if they misspelt it.
Yeah, well,
Even rarer.
at least you'd know
Don't reward stuff-ups.
if it got stolen or got hocked by your parents, you'd know where to find it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's
that
my
one's
console.
mine, yeah.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
All right, what else is your console?
Next one is the Switch. So I didn't even know this was a thing. This edition was a thing. The Nintendo Switch Starlink console.
I have to admit that I was surprised that the Labo console wasn't the rarest one.
I don't remember seeing a Labo console.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a sec.
So this was available to win at the German GameStop brand. 3 of this variation were made. It has an unlicensed release. I love it.
Well, you're a big fan of Starlink, weren't you?
Yeah, I love Starlink. I've got nearly all of it. I need one ship to complete the set.
I see them out and about, and I keep forgetting to message you and
bet
go, which one do you
I
need?
bet you it's the Nadir.
The what? What color is it?
Nadir.
What color is it?
I'll show you after.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so the Nintendo Labo one. Anto, can you just do a quick search for the Nintendo Switch Labo console for us?
They had the Fortnite.
I can
coloured
indeed.
grips.
Bear with me while I type. It's going to be kind of loud.
Okay, I'll try to
He
give
types
you.
so fast.
I know, it's disgusting. But no, when I looked that up and saw there was only 3 of them made, I thought, well, what about the Labo one? The Labo one's pretty rare. Like, I don't know if it was
this
made
was
out of...
the creator contest one.
Yes, it was. I don't know how many there were, but if you can bring it up on the screen for us. It's I would love to have this one, but I never will because it is stupid expensive.
I'm
have we
just
got?
trying to get it to load. Do 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 do.
Oh, that's good.
Boink.
There we are. There it is, the Nintendo Labo.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Very cool. Do you know what else is cool?
What?
The official results from our live poll are in, and the Henshin Tigers GameCube looks cool. 80% of people said cool.
No, 80% of people are wrong.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. All right, Boomer.
I'm like 2 years older than you.
Yeah, you're a Boomer. You're a different generation than I am. You're
See,
a Gen Xer.
You're a
This is
millennial.
hilarious because I was saying to Coda literally a few days ago, I don't actually know how old Ben is.
Excellent.
But you've just been outed.
Well, you don't...
I might be wrong. He's like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, well, am I?
I think he's 1982.
Oh, am I?
I don't know, eh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I am older than time itself. I am eternal. I am the sand between your feet as you walk across this plane.
So you're
I am
irritating, is what he's
forever.
saying.
I am that never dies.
He's irritating, is what he says.
Anyway, the Switch OLED has a rare console as well. And again, it's an Australian-only release. It is the Nintendo Switch OLED Tasmanian Tiger console. Or Tie the Tiger.
Tie the Tasmanian Tiger?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Not much else is known about it. And other than it's Australian only. What are you laughing at?
Townsy
Ben is
has used your
14.
gaming habits to deduce your age. You play Fortnite and Pokemon. You're 14.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you'll take it, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll be 14 again.
And then Ulrich has come on with Ben was around when Jesus played fullback for Jerusalem.
I was around when dinosaurs ruled the earth. That's why this program's called Hack the Dino, because I miss my eternal friends and brothers. I was a dinosaur.
You are a dinosaur.
Open the door, get on the floor. Who do you think wrote that?
Everybody want dinosaur.
That's right. Anyway, this is a rare
Look at
console.
Ty. I got the re-release on Switch of these games, and they came with a little boomerang USB loaded with like behind-the-scenes stuff and
That's
of the
cool.
game. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, more stuff like that would be awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this could be around Australia somewhere, and you just know it's going to end up in a trade-in to a video game store, or it's going to end up in a garage sale.
Man, I want those
cashies.
Joy-Cons.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. They look like shirts I'd wear.
We've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast, where we bring you the past, present, and future of video games news, previews, and the other thing that I forgot.
Reviews.
That's the one. Screw reviews. Who needs them? Not me. I just go in blind. Floppy, what do you like being blind for?
You know what? Usually I would plug my Instagram page, which I'm not going to do this week. No, I'm going to go back and go and help out the EB Games near you with the Starlight Children's Foundation. Go
Wow.
do that. Go and donate some money. Go see whatever your local stores are doing, and help them raise money for the kids in hospital.
And tell them Floppy Plays Games sent you.
Yeah, do that.
See? See, I'm looking
There you
after
go. And that Floppy Plays Games is an Instagram page with me in it.
which he usually plugs, which
Yeah.
if you don't turn off the show before now, you would know all about.
Yeah, but you've probably already gone.
Hey, now that those jerks are gone, let's all talk smack about them.
I missed them already.
Really? You missed them?
Yep.
There's some Stockholm Syndrome stuff you got going on there.
What do you do, Ben?
What do? I throw to you, Anto, so you can tell me what you do.
Oh, okay. Well, I've recently, for those who don't know or care or haven't listened for the last few weeks, I started an Instagram page dedicated to my favorite series and my collection of Final Fantasy stuff. I haven't updated it recently because I'm waiting on a big ticket item to come through the mail.
Is that the one that you sent a photo off in our Discord?
Yes, it is.
Ooh,
It
very
should
nice.
be here by Wednesday.
Very nice. Wow, that was really quick.
Oh, yeah.
I've got an item on the way too.
Do you?
Yes.
But yeah, I do this. It's not specifically Final Fantasy. There's often other Square stuff in here as well. So like Air Guys,
Any
Parasite
circles?
Eve.
Got any circles in there?
No circles.
What about trapezoids?
That
Nah, none of them
Guys
either.
game was cool.
But yeah, this is that. I also have a personal Instagram, which is just at Hey It's Anto. There's just, I bought an anniversary controller for my PS4, which is like the grayscale one with the original buttons and stuff, which I found just in a local game store for like
So good.
$30 or something.
It's my favourite controller, that one.
Yeah, it's become my go-to when I play PS4 stuff. But yeah, other than that, not a huge amount. I've been pretty busy with work and other non-video game related stuff when I'm not playing video games. So, yeah.
I too do things on the internet, but to see that, you've got to pay money. If you don't want to pay money, you can just head to Instagram as well and look up Mr. Benjamin. That's where I post all my pickups. You may have noticed, if you are following me, that one, I've been posting old pictures from Japan, because God, I miss it. But also, I've been posting comics, because I'm back on that crack. I've decided that I want to try and get old X-Men and old Spider-Man comics because they rule. And I managed to swap all my first edition run of the Boys series complete for a bunch of old X-Men comics, and they're
Nice.
just
How
fantastic.
many comics did you reckon you got?
I got 107 of old X-Men comics.
And how many Boys comics were there? Like 8?
No. Boys ran for about 75 issues, and there was a
that you
couple of
had, though.
miniseries. No, I had the whole run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you have old X-Men comics, give them to me. And Spider-Man 2. I'll find
Sell
a good
them
home
to
for
him for a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've seen my games room over the past couple of months. It's been an absolute travesty where I'm bagging and boarding all these comics up and putting them all in
you
order.
can't get in there.
What
Normally
I'm doing,
I'm nervous.
buying new comic boxes and putting in runs of 100 in there. So I've got Amazing Spider-Man 400 to 499, and then the next box is 500 to 500.
599.
Yeah, it's great. I've never done that before. I was always the guy who just sort of threw comics in a box and went, yeah, there you go. Makes it really hard for organizing now because I've got about 20 boxes full of like 150, 200 comics each. Ridiculous. But I also have a fun little side project called Bad Game Arts. It's Bad Game Arts with an S because, Anto?
Because the name was already stolen.
Because the name was already taken. That's right.
I didn't steal your bit this week.
We're co-opting it. We're catchphrase buddies now. So this is where I go and find the very worst of 90s video game art, of which there was heaps. I've put some up today. So if we go to Chuck Rock. Now, the only thing I'm chucking here is my lunch after looking at that baby.
What is wrong with it?
I don't know. It's scary.
Why does it look like it's been punched in the face?
Because it's probably been punched in the face. But Chuck Rock, the
Hang
son
on,
of
why
Chuck...
is there dinosaurs?
Because he's a cave baby.
Yeah, it's set in prehistoric times.
Don't think humans and... Doesn't matter.
I don't think light sources work like that as well. I mean, look at his arm. So the light's on the side of his head, and then the light's on the inside of his arm with the club up. That's not how light works.
Yeah, it's a
I
bit
mean, it
weird.
depends if the arm is like behind the head or not.
Yeah, I mean, technicalities, but
Also, it's freaky as hell.
Yeah.
Next up, what did I write here, Anto?
Just when you thought these designs couldn't look any worse. Personally, as a Sonic fan, I think the designs for these characters are really cool.
Look at the dude in the middle. What's going on there?
The thing in the middle, I don't even know, but
Is he nude and painted blue, or is that a suit with built-in muscles?
I don't know.
How short are his arms? Look at his little arms.
Little stubs.
He's got heaps of muscles, but these little arms that are sticking out the side.
Why is his groin a black hole?
Blue TV
And why
head
has
guy,
Sonic
Townsend's
become-
favorite Sonic character.
A nightmare fuel.
Who's the cool gator?
That is Vex, the Vector the crocodile, also known as Vex.
Why is he a vampire?
He's a crocodile. He's
He's
got
a vampire.
spiky
He's a-
teeth at the front
he's
of
a-
their face.
Look at his fangs.
Is he wearing headphones?
Yes,
He's cool and
he's a
hip.
cool dude.
Yeah.
They're also a group of detectives.
The other day, I was
Oh, a
at
bunch
work,
of dicks, are they?
and someone
Yeah.
came in wearing headphones that with a little wire thing with the big orange pads on them, like old school 80s headphones.
Nice.
But
I'm
they
there
were
for that.
wireless, and they were a re-release design.
And lastly, the last one I put up, which was a bit concerned. I'm actually pretty disgusted with this one. Yeah, what do you reckon's going on there?
Oh,
Yeah.
They're all cop. She's just go and check this out.
Yep. That's,
Wow.
Yeah, that actually saw print.
you know what it is? this is Chun-Li doing, like, she's
Her 100
like,
foot
check out my kicks, guys.
Yep.
And then she's just realized what the game designers have, like, made her look like. That's what it is. She's like, oh, God.
You don't reckon it's just pervy old people being pervs?
Look, it's probably that, but I'm trying to...
yeah.
know.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a magazine cover back in the 90s, so there you go.
That's not even hiding.
Nope.
Is that, what's his name from Street Fighter?
Yeah, it's Honda.
Edmund Honda.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you all to my father's funeral. That Floppy is also invited to, which is strange. I don't know who actually did that.
I'm catering it, mate. What are you talking about?
Catering it?
Yeah.
You serving up some pain from the tears of my family?
Cheese toasties.
Because my dead father that you mercilessly killed with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Bare hands. And what's funny is that Floppy actually has bare hands. They've got claws on them. He just starts slashing people.
True.
Floppy, what else do you do with your bare hands?
I mean, that's private, but...
Not really. I mean, my father saw it. That's why you killed him.
Yeah, it's because of the fur.
It's really good to...
It's nice when you do the...
This is where you cut it, Anto.
Bye, everyone!
No, you cut it at the bare hands.
You got to say when we do the joke.